I just ripped us. Um, I didn't get banned.
JoshXBad is now live, streaming just chatting, pure content like always. Road to 1K laughing face.
Truly hard seltzer, now made with real fruit juice. It's real refreshing. Because real fruit juice tastes better. Truly.
And not all the other things that Adam Smith actually mentioned in your school when you're learning about Adam Smith. I wonder why. I wonder why, Adam Smith's take on landlords, for example, are not heavily featured in fucking econ classes. I would like history of economics.
Shut up, no one cares.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace. This is the Fountain of Wealth in Singapore, and it was built in the 1990s and named by Guinness World Record as the world's largest fountain. And like many fountains around the world, has become a place where people throw coins to get good luck. And that got me thinking, who owns the coins that are thrown into fountains? Can you get in trouble if you take them out? In this video, we're gonna find out. The act of throwing coins into wells or fountains isn't new, and actually dates back to ancient times. Historically, people thought that water came from the gods, so there'd often be shrines put nearby and people would make some kind of offering. In Norse mythology, there's Mimi as well, and people would make some kind of donation of something valuable to drink from it. And this is a tradition and ritual which is spread around the world.
That's lit. We learn about
This particular
science.
fountain is part of Suntec City, which is a major development here in Singapore. And it's a place which hosts restaurants, entertainment, retail and more. And the design's quite interesting. There are 4 buildings which represent a hand, they being the fingers and a 5th one being a thumb, and the palm of the hand is actually this fountain. This upper bit is turned off a couple of times a day so people can head inside. The tradition goes that if you do 3 laps with your hand in the middle, you'll get good luck. But this is just one fountain. Let's take a tour of fountains around the world and see what happens if you take coins out and how much they're worth. So I'm back in Melbourne outside the National Gallery of Victoria, and this fountain in this moat is a place where coins absolutely do end up. So the question is it illegal to take these coins? In this case, the answer is yes. Back in 2014, someone was arrested for taking coins out of the fountain, and the following day they were back in flippers, snorkel and a mask and arrested again. And this time the bail conditions include the requirement not to enter this moat at all. Now another arrest was made in 2020 by someone who also came prepared, wetsuit, flippers and a snorkel. And in researching this, it does look like the City of Melbourne has restrictions. because unless you have a permit, you cannot deposit, throw, or otherwise place anything on or into any body of water that is not a swimming pool, including a fountain. And around the world, there are a lot of articles of people being arrested for taking coins from fountains. People have been investigated by police or arrested in Canada, in Italy, in the UK, and in the USA. Now, it's not as high stakes as Hollywood films, but just outside of Melbourne, there was a wishing well fountain heist.
It's a story that could have been penned by the brothers Grimm. Thieves stealing money from a children's wishing well in a town called Anarchy.
The total amount they got away with isn't exactly known, but it's guessed to be somewhere between $5,000 and $30,000. The most lucrative fountain in the world is surely this one in Rome. And the tradition is that you throw a coin over your shoulder and you'll come back to Rome, throw 2 and you'll fall in love, and throw 3 and it will end in a wedding.
3 coins in the fountain.
Now this has made its mark in pop culture, appearing in movies and TV shows, and even politicians have gotten in on the action. So with thousands of euros ending up in the fountain, it's no real surprise that some people wanted in on the action. And in this case, it was a local man, Roberto Curcioletta. And he spent over 30 years fishing coins out of the fountain, going in up to 6 nights a week and making as much as $1,000 in a day. Now he used a rake, he scooped his own hands, but he also had a magnetic device that would help scoop the coins. Now this became less effective with the introduction of euro coins, and he avoided arrest for years and years and years, with police seemingly turning a blind eye before finally being arrested in 2002. Now the value of coins that get collected can vary significantly, and it's not something where the data is particularly good, but there have been a couple of articles which talk about how much they can receive in a year. The Mall of America in Minnesota, $24,000. The Bellagio Fountain in Las Vegas, around $12,000. Disney World, $18,000. And the 9/11 Memorial, where it's both kind of against the rules and not wanted at all, they've received around $2,735. But by far, the absolute standout is the Trevi Fountain in Rome, coming in at $1.7 million. And I'll talk more about that in a second. Generally, the bigger the fountain, the more potential money it can make. I mentioned that this previously held the Guinness World Record as the world's biggest. Well, it doesn't hold that record anymore, and I'll give you one guess about where it does. Yes, it's Dubai with the Palm Fountain, and this is over 7,000 square meters and can shoot up to 100 meters in the air. So collecting coins out of this would be no easy task, and it makes this fountain look quite quaint. So now we know how much this could be worth. Who owns the coins that are left in fountains? Now, I'm not the only one who's interested in the question about where these fountain coins end up. In fact, this is a question that's gone to the highest level of government. In my research, I came across this exchange and then contacted the Parliament House of Australia, who sent across this video. Now, this is from Senate Estimates, which is a chance where senators can ask people working for the government.
But what happens to the money that the coins that are thrown into the fountains here in Parliament House?
And after a bit of back and forth, they got their answer,
Senator, I think it goes into our general revenue.
which was that it goes to consolidated revenue, that is, general government funds. Now, this interaction made some news, and a new policy existed next time they came back to Senate Estimates, and that was that the funds would now go to charity, in this case, UNICEF.
Seemed to be a happy story, I think you'd agree, wouldn't you, Ms Penfold, that had a happy ending. Would that be right?
And as for the Trevi Fountain, this has become an issue. Historically, these coins were sent to charity, but in 2014, the Mayor of Rome indicated that they should be used for government services, city-led social solidarity and assistance projects, and other council initiatives. Now, after a few weeks of this being in the press, the decision was reversed, and the funds continue to go to Caritas Rome, which is a church-run charity that does housing, soup kitchens, and other local family services. In the parks of New York, most of the money is taken out by locals, to be honest. There's not much left. That is left is used for parks maintenance. In the Mall of America, coins go to charity, with different not-for-profits being able to apply to get a cut. In Disneyland, the funds go to support foster children locally within the state. But it's not all good news. A green sea turtle by the name of Piggy Bank had to undergo an operation by vets in Thailand. Now, this 7-hour operation removed 915 coins from her stomach. And sadly, the 25-year-old, 59-kilo turtle died not long after the surgery. So what happens to the coins that are left behind in the NGV here? Well, as you can imagine, it's a big job to clean out this moat. And in doing so, they found hundreds of kilos of coins amongst all the mud and sediment. And in this case, the coins are used as donations for the NGV, and they use the money to acquire new artwork. So unless a place is designed to receive coins, like a wishing well, it might just be better to take your coins and donate them to charities directly. Maybe you like traveling the world, taking photos of fountains, or have some other hobby. Whatever it is, if you want to share it, I recommend today's sponsor, Squarespace. They help you make beautiful websites for whatever you're interested in. It's a powerful platform with a huge range of templates to choose from, and you can simply and easily customize them to however you like it. If you want to take your project to the next level, there's plenty of e-commerce options. You can create storage, stock, and sales simply using Squarespace. And you can share any posts easily on social media. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. Then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JulianO'Shea to get 10% off your first website or domain. And that's what happens to your money when you throw it in a fountain. I'm Julian O'Shea. If you enjoyed that, subscribe or watch some more videos. That's it from me. The most lucrative fountain in the world is here in Rome. Not here.
No. 61. I clicked, I hit 6, and it put the 1 there. I just spent a mil on fucking markers, bro.
Picture this, a bunker that resides under the water. Its defenses impenetrable, and its entrances are some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. That was the reality for me. Living in a base that was f***ing awesome. But how did I get
If you're a fan of the Chronicles of Narnia, you might have wondered what Turkish delight tastes like and if it's really good enough to betray your whole family for. Start by adding 4 cups of granulated sugar to a pot, then pour in 1.5 cups of water, followed by 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Turn the heat on high and whisk the mixture until it comes up to a boil. Turn the heat down to medium-high and continue cooking until the temperature reads between 240 and 250 Fahrenheit. Remove from the heat and in a larger pot, add 1 cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 3 cups of water. Turn the heat to high and whisk frequently until the mixture comes to a boil, then lower the heat to medium-low and continue whisking until it thickens. Now you can start to add the sugar mixture gradually, making sure to whisk in between until all the sugar has been added. The mixture needs to cook on low heat for about 45 minutes, stirring frequently, and you're ready to add your flavoring. We went with vanilla, but rose water or orange are also popular choices. You can also add some red food coloring to get this lovely shade of pink. Pour the mixture into a greased and lined 8-inch baking dish, then chill overnight. The next day, strain powdered sugar and cornstarch through a sieve, then mix and sprinkle a small handful over the set sugar mixture. Remove from the pan, sprinkle the other side, and slice into bite-sized pieces. You're now ready to serve. No family betrayal required. If you're a fan of the Chronicles of Narnia,
also, every girl I date has like a whole batch of gay friends, right? But there's always one gay friend that I don't think is fucking gay at all. Yeah, girls laugh. Every guy's like, yeah, Kyle. Fuck that guy. Fucking hate that guy. Can't say anything, but I want to. If you're confused, it's the guy that like your boyfriend will come to and be like, hey, what's up with Kyle? You know, that guy, you know, always hanging around. And then your girlfriend have the same response always. Who, him? Kyle? And you're like, yeah, what's up? What's up with that boy? You know, what's going on? And then your girlfriend will be like, oh, please, he's gay, you know? And you'll be like, well, is that, like, confirmed? Is it out on the streets? Do the streets know that he's gay? And then your girl will say the same thing. No, but, like, everybody knows. And you're like, not this fucking guy, okay? I don't know that. No, I'm on to you, Kyle, okay?
How did I used to make money while living in China? I spent most of the past 10 years living in China trying to build a business with my brother. Being a quote-unquote entrepreneur might seem exciting, but the reality is that making money is hard, like really hard. And for 3 straight years, I didn't make a single dollar. To support my life, I started teaching English. My first students were a 6 and 7-year-old named Chow Chow and Dudu. I was initially making 1,000 RMB a week, which was literally the bare minimum to survive, and at first the lessons were pretty awkward. I would sit at the table with their parents hovering over my shoulder, and with zero experience, tried teaching these kids a foreign language. Even though they're very cute, I never realized how distracted kids that age tend to be, but we were eventually making progress, and I started to enjoy the lessons, along with the amazing Chinese meals their parents would share with me. During my time in China, I taught 10 or so different students at all different ages, and it made me realize I actually love teaching. But most importantly, it was the key stepping stone that allowed me to build something sustainable and focus on my passions. How did I used to make money while living in China?
Nice day and a refreshing beer.
A man can get shot in the middle of the street. People just look at each other. Somebody pick him up. Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India, except a cow. It's believed that cows are people who have died and they've been reincarnated, and their new life is now the cow, which is why they don't eat them and why they give them all the love and respect in the world over there. I saw this firsthand. There's a cow crossing the street while we're driving. We wait for the cows to finish crossing. The cow that we had laid down. The driver just shut off the car. I asked the driver, what's going on? We cannot honk at the cow. We must wait for the cow to move. We drove past a dead body 15 minutes ago. That is probably him. A man can get shot in the middle of the street. People just look at each other. Somebody pick him up. Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India, except a cow. It's believed that cows are people who have died and they've been reincarnated, and their new life is now the cow, which is why they don't eat them and why they give them all the love and respect in the world over there. I saw this.
I'm also shorter than Ms. Kiv, so if you want to make fun of somebody else who's standing in front of a door, I'm your girl.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
I'm 5'8". That's like
4'11".
you're fucking tall as nutsacks when they're in Italian.
What would
all right?
make you a great
in Jersey,
friend?
I was a Goliath.
5'8" according to that door, though.
You a great
How tall
friend.
is that door?
It's not a small person. It's a big house. The house is millions of dollars.
Oh, that's actually huge.
We
Look,
just
it's
saw
huge.
those shoes. That's a
It's
small.
big.
Dude. Oh, this cost a fortune.
I'm also shorter than Ms. Kiv, so if you want to make fun of somebody else who's standing in front of a door, I'm your girl.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
I'm 5'8". That's like
4'11".
you're fucking tall as nutsacks when they're in Italian.
What would
all right?
make you a great
in Jersey,
friend?
I was a
You're not
Goliath.
5'8" according to that door, though.
You a
How
great
tall
friend.
is that door?
It's not a small person. It's a big house. The house is millions of dollars.
Oh, that's actually huge.
We
Look,
just
it's
saw
huge.
those shoes. That's a
It's
small.
big.
Dude. Oh, this cost a fortune.
Yell, and I give you 100. That's mean.
My girlfriend, no way, bro. Dude, she's asleep right behind me, bro. Dude, do you think she'll understand?
A quick
She'll freak
quad
out.
for the fans.
Should I actually just straight up scream? All right, wait, chill. God. 1, 2. My bad. Are you okay? To make $100 really quick. Are you okay?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yell, and I give you 100. That's.
Have you ever seen anyone cuss out an ice cube? Just wait. This is a blueberry bee's knees. Blueberry simple syrup and 1 ounce of lemon juice. 2 ounces of gin.
Hi. Oh, hi, Anne.
1 ounce of honey.
one fucking ice cube.
Have you ever seen anyone cuss out an ice cube? Just wait. This is a blueberry bee's knees. Blueberry simple syrup and 1 ounce of lemon juice.
So why wasn't armor made heavy enough to stop just any blow? I actually love this question.
Any natives here? Wow. What have we done? I've only met one Native American my whole life. It was in the whitest place I've ever been.
What I have here just looks like a bunch of generic metal chunks. However, what I think is cool is that this is actually pure calcium. I've always thought it was weird to think of calcium as a metal, but I mean, it is. It's also pretty sensitive to air and moisture, which is why it's safely stored and protected in this glass ampule. But anyway, now that the calcium is free, there's something I've been really wanting to try with it. So I collected a small amount of it, and now I just want to drop it into some water. It all started reacting almost immediately and turning into calcium hydroxide, which was making the water white. On top of this, though, it was also releasing flammable hydrogen gas, and I really like the little popping sounds. What I have here just looks like a bunch of generic metal.
Come here, all of you. Can you cook chicken?
Yes, chef, I can cook chicken. I know I can cook chicken.
Who told you it was cooked?
Antonio.
Antonio, oh my God. Antonio, come up here.
I didn't touch that chicken, chef.
So who told Alex the chicken was cooked?
Whoever pulled him.
Names, please.
Trenton.
Trenton. Come up here, you. What the is going on? You told him the chicken was cooked?
Absolutely not.
Oh, my God.
Chef, I did.
Oh,
so
my Lord.
I fired the chicken. He was behind. I put the chicken in the
I'm
pan.
going upstairs in the office for 30 seconds. I want to come down and you tell me the truth. Chicken game. Come here, all of you.
Death counts are one of our favorite things in Warzone. This time,
And if people's gonna assume that I don't speak English, that's fine. That's what I do now when I get pulled over by the cops. I just pretend I don't speak English.
7 years ago, I ate duck next to Mark Zuckerberg. I was a broke college student living in Beijing, China, so when an old professor was in town and offered to take me and my friend out to the city's best Peking duck, we jumped at the opportunity. Real Peking duck is life-changing. A complicated several-day cooking process achieves the most crispy mahogany roasted skin with flavor that explodes in your mouth. I knew something was different before walking into the restaurant. There were two massive dudes outside who were clearly not from China, wearing black-on-black suits along with earpieces. We sat down at our table. I looked over Ryan's shoulder and immediately recognized Mark Zuckerberg. You know you're famous when you can get recognized by just the back of your head. Turns out he was in the city for a speech. We did our best to enjoy a normal dinner, but honestly, it was pretty hard not to try and overhear one of the most powerful capitalists having a business dinner in a communist country. As we left, I turned around, we made eye contact, and gave each other a head nod, which to this day was one of the coolest interactions I've had. 7 years ago, I ate duck next to Mark Zuckerberg. I was a broke college student living in Beijing.
Do you think these two are siblings or dating?
I think they're siblings.
Why do you think that?
Mostly because of how differently they're dressed. He's dressed like sort of dark academia casual, and she's dressed a lot more just like sport.
I'm dressed dark academia casual? You picked that up from that pick? Dark academia? What is dark academia casual? Wait. Holy shit. That's the best descriptor I've ever seen ever.
Do you think these two are siblings or dating?
I think they're siblings.
Why do you think that?
Mostly because of how differently they're dressed. He's dressed like sort of dark academia casual, and she's dressed a lot more just like sport.
I'm dressed dark academia casual? You picked that up from that pick? Dark academia? What is dark academia casual? Wait. Holy shit. That's the best descriptor I've ever seen ever.
Do you think these two are siblings or dating?
We're gonna change all your passwords to something new.
Okay, cool.
What do you want it to be?
Tequila.
You can't make it so obvious, man.
It's gotta be something I can remember though, you know? And I never forget tequila. Unless I drink too much tequila, then I forget everything.
What's your wife's name?
Whoa, relax. Why are we bringing her into this?
It's gotta be something other than tequila. What's your favorite word?
Tequila.
No shit. What's your favorite food?
Frozen tequila.
What's your favorite color?
What color is tequila?
What's your favorite song?
I really like that song that goes, dun 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 dun. Well, what's that one called?
Okay, what about your favorite movie?
Oh, I just saw this really good Netflix documentary about tequila.
Let's just make it tequila spelled backwards. Cool?
Oh, okay, yeah. That's not confusing at all.
And you're all set.
Hey?
Yep, all your passwords are updated.
Even Netflix?
Yep.
Disney Plus?
Yep.
Pornhub?
Yep.
You sure about the Pornhub one?
We're gonna change all your passwords to something.
Someone's asked me, how do you know when the wok's about to catch fire? Let's say you've got the wok on, and you've got half a scoop of oil in there. How you know when it'll catch fire is when the smoke that comes out of the oil turns white color. So wait for it. You've got a bit of time. See that? Once it's gone white, it's gone fire. How would you put that out? You wouldn't use water. First, you turn off the fire. Right? That's pretty hot. You'd add more oil. And blow it out. How you put out oil fires is with oil, not water. Someone's asked me, how do you know when the wok's about to catch fire? Let's say you've got the wok on, and you've got half a scoop of oil in there. How you know when it'll catch fire is when the smoke that comes